It was almost 10 o'clock at night when Li Wenzhen decided to check on her neighbor. Wenzhen was 62 years old. She had lived next door to Liu Qiumei for over 20 years. They were more than neighbors. They were sisters in everything but blood. She knew today was Qiumei's birthday. She had seen her friend preparing excitedly. For days, buying ingredients, cleaning the apartment, talking about how all three children would finally come home. But something felt wrong tonight. Qiumei's apartment was too quiet. No sounds of laughter. No voices of children catching up with their mother. Just silence. Wenzhen knocked on the door. No answer. She knocked again harder. Still nothing. Qiumei. Are you there? It's me, Wenzhen. Her heart began to race. She tried the door handle. It was unlocked. She pushed the door open and stepped inside. The dining table was set for her. 8 dishes of food sat cold and untouched. A birthday cake with melted candles in the center. 3 empty chairs. Then she saw her. Qiumei lay motionless on the kitchen floor. A pool of dark blood had spread beneath her head. Her eyes were closed. Her face was pale as paper. Wenzhen screamed. She rushed to her friend's side. Kneeling in the blood, her hands trembled as she pressed her fingers to Qiumei's neck. A pulse. Weak, but there. Qiumei. Wake up! Please wake up! No response. Wenzhen fumbled for her phone and dialed emergency services. Her voice shook as she gave the address. Please hurry. My friend is unconscious. There's blood everywhere. I think she hit her head. Please. She's not waking up. The ambulance will arrive in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It felt like a death sentence. Wenzhen looked around frantically. She needed to call Qiumei's children. They needed to know. She found Qiumei's phone on the table. The screen showed 3 outgoing calls from earlier that evening. All to her children, all brief, all ending with her alone. Wenzhen scrolled through the contacts and found the first name. Jiahua, the eldest son. She pressed call. At that moment, Jiahua was at a luxury rooftop bar in downtown Shanghai. The emergency board meeting had ended 2 hours ago, but instead of going to his mother's birthday dinner, he had joined his colleague for celebratory drinks. The deal was successful. Millions of yuan secured. His bonus would be enormous. He held a glass of expensive whiskey, laughing at a joke his boss just told. His phone buzzed in his pocket. He glanced at the screen. Mom's number. He declined the call. Who was that? His colleague asked. Nobody important. Just my mother calling again. She's always so clingy. He put the phone away and raised his glass for another toast. The phone buzzed again. Same number. He declined it again. Persistent, isn't she? His colleague laughed. She probably just wants to guilt trip me about missing dinner. I'll call her tomorrow. He turned off his phone completely and ordered another drink. Wenzhen tried the second number. Jialing, the daughter. At that moment, Dr. Chen Jialing was finally leaving the hospital. The emergency surgery had taken 4 hours. She was exhausted. Her feet ached, her eyes burned. She sat in her car in the parking garage, too tired to drive. Her phone screen lit up, an unknown number. She stared at it for a moment. Probably a scam call, she thought, or maybe one of those annoying insurance salespeople. She let it ring until it stopped. The phone rang again. Same number. Jialing frowned. If it was important, they would leave a message. She declined the call and opened her banking app. She had promised to transfer money to her mother. 5,000 yuan. Sent. Their birthday present delivered. She started the car and drove home, never knowing that her mother was bleeding on the floor while she counted numbers on a screen. Wenzhen's hands were shaking badly now. 2 children. Neither answered. She tried the last number. Jiaming, the youngest. Chen Jiaming was at the hottest nightclub in the city. The investor meeting had gone perfectly. They were celebrating with bottles of champagne that cost more than his mother's monthly pension. His girlfriend Miley clung to his arm, posing for photos. His friends cheered and toasted to his success. His phone vibrated on the table. An unknown number. Who's calling so late? Miley asked, annoyed. Jiaming glanced at it. Don't know. Don't care. He rejected the call and went back to pouring champagne. The phone rang again. Just turn it off, Miley said. Tonight is about us. Jiaming nodded and switched off his phone. He wrapped his arm around his girlfriend and smiled for another photo. 300 kilometers away, his mother's blood was soaking into the kitchen floor. Wenzhen was desperate now. She had called each child 3 times. 9 calls total. Not a single answer. How was this possible? Their mother could be dying, and not one of them would pick up the phone. The ambulance sirens wailed in the distance, getting closer. Wenzhen held Qiumei's cold hand and sobbed. Hold on, Qiumei. Please hold on. Help is coming. The paramedics burst through the door minutes later. They moved with urgent precision, checking vital signs, stabilizing her neck, lifting her onto a stretcher. What happened? One paramedic asked. I don't know. I found her like this. I think she fell and hit her head. How long has she been unconscious? I don't know. Maybe an hour. Maybe more. The paramedic's expression was grim. We need to move fast. This looks like a serious head injury. They rushed Qiumei into the ambulance. Wenzhen climbed in beside her, still clutching her friend's phone. As the ambulance raced through the city streets, she kept trying the children's numbers. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. Ring, ring, ring. Voicemail. Ring, ring, ring. Phone turned off. At the hospital, doctors swarmed around Qiumei. They ran scans. They checked monitors. They shouted medical terms that Wenzhen didn't understand. Finally, the doctor approached her. His face was serious. Are you family? No, I'm her neighbor, her friend. I can't reach her children. She has a brain hemorrhage, bleeding inside her skull. We need to operate immediately or she will die. Wenzhen's legs nearly gave up, then operate. Save her. We need family consent, legal next of kin. Without their signature, we cannot proceed with emergency surgery, but I can't reach them. None of them are answering. The doctor checked his watch. We have maybe 2 hours before the damage becomes irreversible. After that, even if she survives, she may never wake up, or she may lose her memory, her ability to speak, to walk. 2 hours. Wenzhen looked at the phone in her hand. 3 names. 3 children who owed their entire lives to the woman on that operating table. Please, she begged. Keep trying. There must be someone we can reach. The doctor nodded and handed her a hospital phone. Use this. Keep calling. I'll prepare the surgical team. He walked away. Wenzhen stared at the phone. Her fingers trembled as she dialed the first number again. Jiahua. Ring, ring, ring. The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Jialing. Ring, ring, ring. Voicemail. Jiaming. Ring, ring, ring. The phone you are calling is switched off. In a luxury bar, a man laughed and drank whiskey, his phone sitting dark in his pocket. In a quiet apartment, a woman slept peacefully, her phone charging silently on the nightstand. In a nightclub, the young man danced with his girlfriend, his phone buried at the bottom of her designer purse. And in a cold hospital room, their mother lay dying, waiting for children who couldn't be bothered to answer. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. 1 hour and 45 minutes left. Wenzhen dialed again, and again, and again. Will anyone answer in time? Will Qiumei survive the night? Will her children ever know how close they came to losing their mother forever? Find out in the next episode of A Mother's Sacrifice.